Welcome to Inside Exertis. We're excited to share that Exertis has expanded its operations with a new leadership and business center in Las Vegas, Nevada. Amidst these challenging times, they're grateful for the opportunity to serve clients and empower financial professionals. The new office is designed to support both independent agents and leaders, fostering confidence and success in building thriving businesses, deliver exceptional value, and serve clients effectively. Exertis remains committed to revolutionizing the financial services industry and making a positive impact. With this expansion, they continue to offer diverse events, focus on leadership, client services, product knowledge, marketing, and much more. During the soft opening, they hosted training sessions covering various topics to equip attendees for success. The event provided a dynamic learning experience, offering tracks on business fast start, goal setting, knowledge expansion, skill acquisition, and leadership development. Attendees benefited from tailored and impactful training aligned with their individual goals. Stay tuned for our next segment, First Take, featuring an exclusive interview on financial planning for children's futures with Sandy Beheimer from F&G Annuities and Life Insurance Company.
All right, guys, I'm sitting right here, right now, with the one and only Miss Sandy Beheimer from Fidelity Guarantee. Sandy, we're just so excited to have you here with us, especially at the event here last minute. I mean, you walked in, it was amazing. Can you tell us a little bit about who F&G is?
Sure. So we've been in the annuity industry for a very long time, top annuity carrier right now, I think. And on the life side of the house, we are specializing in the index universal life products. So big in the IUL market right now. We're in the top 10, I think number 3 in accumulation. So ever growing, and we are working to make it the most efficient company that you could potentially do business with for your clients. So
in saying the efficient side, you guys have a niche where juvenile policies do very well at F&G. I mean, you guys have some of the best juvenile product. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, it's the same product that we would use for all of our other accumulation-focused business, and that's the pass setter. But the real win is that with our guideline premium limits, we have the ability to get more money into the policy. So as long as we have some time on our side for the juveniles, I like to say 8 to 10 years, but closer to 14, 15, those policies look phenomenal. Not as great if you have a 12-year-old. It takes a little bit longer sometimes, but you get that policy written on that 3 or 4 or 5-year-old, and you'll be surprised at how much they have at college age.
So let me ask you, what's the earliest we can write it on?
On a juvenile?
Yeah. What's the earliest age?
15 days. If you have a social security number.
15 days, you guys. 15 days, and you could set your child up to become probably that's why we call it millionaire baby, right?
Right. Or grandchild.
Or grandchild.
Great gift idea. Great gift idea. As a grandparent myself, I wrote one of those on my grandson, and I just continue to increase the premium right now to accommodate my budget. And honestly, rather than have a bunch of toys laying around in the yard and in the house, my daughter loves the fact that that's what we're doing instead of buying the newest, coolest toy out on the market.
Right. So switching from that to the proficiency of working with F&G, like starting from A to Z with you guys, it's getting faster, it's getting better. Talk about the instant approval and really the direction that F&G is going.
All right, I'm glad to talk about that. So with exam-free underwriting, which has been around a couple years now, really since COVID, they rolled that out because people didn't want to have to do the paramed exams and have blood draws. So they expanded that since then, but it's 0 to 60 up to $1 million. So that's been such a hit, and it really has improved the efficiency because as long as the application comes in good order and there's no surprises on records or database checks that we do, those cases are getting improved 3 to 5 business days, sometimes 1 day.
Wow.
So in that line of business, for those cases that are going through so smoothly, we now are expanding and adding instant approval, which means that it potentially could get underwritten without an underwriter actually ever touching the case. So right now it's available on juveniles up to 17, and over the next 12 to 18 months it's going to expand hopefully all the way up to our limits on exam-free underwriting, but they'll test it in phases in different age groups. So your clients that still have issues will still, have to go through the regular underwriting process. They probably don't need an exam at that point. If they have a lot of issues, we still might need a phone interview or an APS. Those are not getting improved in 3 to 5 days. But we look at it as if we can get about half of your business in and out of the door within a 2-week time frame with everything finished and the policy in your hand or in the client's hand, that's really a win on your part because you're going to get paid quicker. You don't have to, the clients, you're not having to what I call resell because there was so much time in between. So much time in between, yeah. That it really helps you close the case a lot more quickly.
So when we talk about no exam, right? No exam underwriting, no exam. I mean, everybody's saying that, or everybody's probably thinking it's only for the healthy people. But you had mentioned something that really sparked a big interest. Can you talk about that? Where we're talking about no exam, even if people have existing symptoms, issues, or anything like that?
Yeah, so you can get anywhere from a preferred to a table 8, pretty heavily rated case. Wow. With no paramed. So we still might need an APS if that client, has significant health issues, significant medical history. We still may need those medical records, but they still are not going to have a paramed blood or urine if they're under 60, under $1 million. Again, that's just something for those clients that don't want to have that paramed or that blood draw, and it just saves so much time. We all know, how long does it take by the time you order the paramed, they get around to actually getting in touch with your client? I mean, because your client doesn't answer their phone, and then the client says, oh, I can't do that for 2 to 3 weeks, and then we have another week to 10 days to wait on results. Look how much time you save by doing exam-free business.
Wow, that's incredible. That's really incredible. So, Sandy, dealing with F&G, there's a lot of great perks. But what is the best perk for us? Because, I got to tell you, I've known you since you were at the other carrier, and your service and everything you do is just impeccable for us. And it stands out. So when you were over and you moved here, it was like, oh man, we're going to hit the ground running with you. But talk about what that is, because I think that's a big deal for us.
Well, I like to think it's a big deal, and that relationship that we have, I have that with a lot of your agents at Exertis. Maybe not the very new ones that were here today, but yeah, I've liked that relationship, and so I always like to finish a meeting or a presentation with, with everything else that F&G brings to the table. You also get Sandy, and now Miles. I have to give Miles credit. He ranks right up there, our national account manager. But yeah, you have my direct phone number, my email address. I'm going to pick up the phone when you call or call you right back, help you to problem solve, help you to case design. At the same time, if it's a case that I don't think fits with us, I'm also going to tell you the best place to go with it as well. And sometimes that's our competitors, but it happens, right? Because we only want what's best for the client.
Wow, that's incredible, Sandy. Thank you so much for being here and doing the interview. Guys, definitely the difference maker is Sandy. Right, but it's the great solutions, great products, great everything that Exertis is bringing to the table with some great carrier relationships that we have, like with F&G. So thank you guys. We appreciate you, Exertis Nation. Check in again.
All right, team, get ready for the highly anticipated announcement of EFPN's top 5 players of the week. Let's kick off the excitement by introducing our 5th ranked player, Wendell Morris, also known as the Doctor, who has displayed remarkable leadership with an impressive 5,618 points in personal production. Shifting our focus to the 4th position, we have Kelly Davison shining brightly with an outstanding 5,714 points in personal production. But brace yourselves to be truly amazed by our 3rd ranked player, Annika Knott, affectionately known as the Honey Badger, boasting an incredible 7,455 points in personal production. Now let's turn our attention to the 2nd position on the leaderboard, Loida Dela Cruz with a remarkable 16,261 points in personal production. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, the unveiling of our number 1 spot. We take immense pride in presenting Martha Selly, who has achieved an extraordinary 40,274 points in personal production.